Hi, I'm Bill Pellowe. I'm the Director of Public Relations of JALT, and I'm interviewing Jennie Crittenden, who's our JALT 2020 Room Host Coordinator. Hi, Jennie.
Hi.
So first, what is a Room Host Coordinator?
Well, the main thing that I have to work on is actually getting all of our room host volunteers, people who will essentially MC a presentation, meeting, session. Also, part of my job involves training our room host volunteers with the procedures to keep it consistent throughout the conference. And I'm not alone. I also work with Jose Domingo Cruz and Alex Burke and Mark Brierly on this.
So approximately how many room volunteers are there for this conference?
60 plus.
Wow, so how many Zoom sessions will be going at any one time?
At any given point in time, the maximum would probably be about 28 different Zoom sessions, but there are many different types, so they have varying degrees of training.
What are the different types?
Outside of our regular presentations, we've also got poster sessions, which are going to involve breakout rooms instead of your normal just Zoom meeting. Each poster will be in a breakout room and people can bounce between them thanks to that new feature in Zoom. And we'll also have the GSS, or Graduate Student Showcase, that happens over 2 days. And those universities will be hosting those themselves and using similar features with the breakout rooms.
So I think you did this for PANSIG also, didn't you?
I did.
How does it compare?
Well, in some ways, it's easier, and in many ways, it's harder. The scale is times a lot. We had 8 rooms and maybe 15 room hosts that we were coordinating to our 60 plus room hosts and 28 plus rooms that we're coordinating. But with PANSIG, we had approximately 10 days to put everything together, and somehow we did it. So the fact that we've been working on this for the past few months gives us a little bit of hope that we do it even better this time around.
Yeah, those 10 days of PANSIG preparation felt like such a long time.
They did, except for pretty much every waking moment was spent on PANSIG. In between classes, I would be on Zoom calls with Jose or with Joe trying to plan something. I don't necessarily miss that, even though we all felt withdrawal for like a couple weeks after of like, what do you mean I'm not waking up to a message from you?
You know, I think those were more of a time of crisis anyway, since we were just all dealing with a new school year with coronavirus, going from everything being canceled to suddenly maybe we don't have to cancel this.
Yeah.
So
I was back in school full time, face to face, so quite different.
you were face to face at that time?
Yes.
In the high school?
Yes.
Oh.
From May. So.
Okay, so just to wrap up, what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge of JALT 2020 from your perspective?
In my job or
Yes.
in the whole thing? Well, I have to tell you that scheduling is beastly. Everyone's got different preferences. This conference is over 7 days instead of 2. And so trying to put people's preferences as well as like, oh, well, I'm presenting here, so I can't do this. 60 variations is a lot to deal with. But it's coming along. and hopefully we've got ourselves prepared with enough backups for any possible situations. We're implementing a different system in order to organize our volunteers. So we've got squads of people who are helping manage the mob.
So, and how will the attendees know what room to go to? I mean, that sounds really complicated.
Well, luckily, Eventzilla is fairly easy user interface. So when you click on the live schedule, you can click very easily on just the session. And when you do, it'll take you directly to that Zoom room. So they don't have to worry about which room number. I do.
So they just have to click and they'll join.
Pretty much that's all they'll have to do. As long as they're registered on Eventzilla and have a ticket, they can see any session they want.
Okay, and the attendees, what should they do for preparation? They should download Zoom?
They should download Zoom. They should be prepared to have a way to listen in and ideally participate. I know a lot of our presenters would like to hear from their audience members, so being in a space where you can actually speak and hear would be good. Internet, maybe a video camera would be nice as well. A lot of the things you'd expect for Zoom is essentially what they'll need. But otherwise, just scroll through and see what on the schedule interests them. Remember that it's over 7 days and not 2 or 3. So that makes a big difference too.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time
Yeah.
and look forward to seeing you at the conference.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
These my dollars make it hurt.